When I decided to do Dune, I wanted really to create a new soundscape, and I was in need of a composer. I asked Hans Zimmer if he knew Dune, the book, and Hans answered was that it was probably one of his favorite books of all time, and it was one of his biggest dreams to score Dune. So his answer was a big yes.
It was always more about the conversation, because I knew the book so well. He knew the book so well. We knew our subject. So now it was figuring out how we were going to interpret something that we truly loved and admired.
Hans and Denis worked very closely together. Part of what I love about the score is how unfamiliar it is. It's incredibly exotic, it's emotional, it's intense, it is wholly original and very specific to the film.
We're telling a story in multi-dimensional ways, and we're using voices and a language that you don't understand, and at the same time, somehow you understand it emotionally.
Tons of experiments. He created even instruments. He kept saying to me, that music is not from our world. It needs to come from another time, another planet. Those sounds cannot have been heard before.
I then ended up, spending forever making sounds, making instruments, getting people to learn how to play instruments in a different way. The one thing that we felt would be true through any culture would be the voice. So the score is based on mainly female voices, and then we developed our own language.
He had recordings being made all around the world for months, and you could tell his team were just living that extreme studio town lifestyle, editing together thousands of samples and recordings.
If you surround yourself with incredibly brave, reckless and talented people, they'll lead you into new directions automatically. I always know we're on the right path when somebody goes, this might be the worst idea you've ever heard.
And spent months defining sounds, creating new sounds, searching, pushing the envelope to be reflected, and doing tons of experiments and crazy experiments with crazy instruments. It's quite a privilege for me to work with such an artist. One of the most inspiring and powerful artistic encounter in my life is the one with Hans Zimmer. So to have the chance to work with him on Dune is like one of the big privileges of my life.
I want the audience to come with us on this journey to this planet and to this world, which seems huge and vast and unfathomable, and then at the same time realize that it's all about the smallest and tiniest emotion. Just like the desert is made up of grains of sand, and the music is just made up of grains of notes. So rather than it being a massive blanket of sound, this is different. This is moving emotion.
This is saying a lot, but I think it's one of the best scores that Hans has ever written. It really kind of touches you inside. It makes you feel something.